Sally Lee, and today I'm going to presentation about a book called Lunch Money, which is written by Andrew Clements. First, I will introduce characters about this book. Greg is in the 6th grade. His dream is to become rich, and he wanted his dream to come true. He does housekeeping, sells lemonades, and make comic books to make money. Greg does not like Mora because she copied him by making comic books. Greg is not good at talking in front of people like at the school committee. At the end of the book, Greg left Mora and they continued to make comic books together. Mora had blonde hair, blue eyes, and freckled nose. She is in the 6th grade, same with Greg. She wants to have more money than Greg. She sells lemonades and pot holders to make money. She wants to make a comic books with Greg, so she starts to like him. Mora is good at speaking in front of the people like at the school committee. Mr. Z had black and gray hair. He always wear a coat and a tie. He had dark eyes and a bright smile. He teaches 6th grade math, so he teaches Greg and Mora. He doesn't like blood. He wanted to help Greg and Mora because he likes comic books and he thinks it's a good idea. Next, I will talk about a summary of this book. In part 1, Greg was making money by himself by selling toys, by selling lemonades, and selling comic books. Mora copied Greg and made her own comic books. Greg and Mora both sold lemonades, and Mora sold the pot holders to show Greg that she could make her own ideas and make her own money except copying Greg. In part 2, Mrs. Z is introduced to the story. Greg said making comics was his idea, so Mora punched his nose to make him bleed. Mora wanted to make comic books together with Greg. Mrs. Davenport thinks that comic books can't be sold at school. In part 3, Greg and Mora work together to make a new comic books. Greg and Mora have to talk to the school committee to sell comic books. Mr. Z is afraid what Mrs. Davenport will say, and he is confused because he didn't want to choose between Greg and Mora and Mrs. Davenport. Greg and Mora and Mr. Z went to the school committee and get permission to sell comic books at the school store. My opinion about this book is my favorite character is Greg because his dream is rich and he earned money by himself to make his dream come true. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Any questions?
If you want to recommend this book to another people, and why do you want to recommend this book?
I want to recommend book to children who want to earn money because they just think earn money is easy. Any questions?
What was your favorite part of the story?
My favorite part of the story is Greg and Mora got permission to sell comic books at school store because when they selling comic books, they could earn money.